Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise in the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. That's caught, it's Anderson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Might as well stick with him. Got enough space, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense has its first opportunity of the day. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They go to the ground. Across the 45. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Trying play action. Looking for a huge play. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Quickly out to the tight end. The Sooners will keep this drive going.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him. So a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Grab near the sticks. It's Sategna. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wheeler. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Snagged in the middle. It's Ott. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Sooner.
what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around. And then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And the missed connection on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Going to the running game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's up. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play. And those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. Run that play and you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Got some room in it to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes or goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy, let him see what he can do, and when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it back.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Makes the grab, it's Sategna. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. Bounced off his feet.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Fires to the tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far, and it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt. return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air. It's Mateer. It's complete to the right. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 40. Transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't fly. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around them, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wheeler. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Caught near the sticks. It's Sategna. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown Sooners! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. tuck it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The play action fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovers the fumble and he's on the move.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
To the air. It's Mateer. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Berry. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself on the draw. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down to 44. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, pal.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs, get that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning him here to save some clock.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. A quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line.
Turning it on! Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play with it.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play. Brings up fourth down.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Last chance coming up. Makes the grab. And that is how we will wrap this one up. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you work so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking about those moments.